I am satisfied knowing the humans who look down upon me will fear me instead. But I should get back to my books.
$5. Fiona said something similar when she came to the circle.
Heard that the Equitarians are starting to soften a little on the libertarian position. Sympathy for a position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the Loyalists. You can see why, don't you? Just think of what the Chantry would do if suddenly the Circles were petitioning for more independence, or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
Ah, those short-sighted libertarians.
My wife is not short-sighted. Don't fucking badmouth her like that.
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy.
Talk about their leader, Fiona, here. Talk about their leader, Fiona, here, please.
Oh, well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a Libertarian, and a loud one at that. Mages have enough.
So, did Uldred know Fiona? Because if he did, I want to talk to him about her.
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company. Yes? What about? A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde. We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back. It is not my place to comment. Gregor serves the Chantry, and the relationship between the Chantry and mages has always been strained. You've realized by now that the Chantry merely tolerates magic? They watch only because they feel they must.
Someone's best friend has rubbed off on them. That sounds like something Fiona would say.
Any mages who join the King's army can unleash their full power on the Darkspawn. In fact, I'm counting on it. Gregor may be afraid of what will happen. What if the mages decide they no longer want to be governed by the Chantry?
It's funny you mention that because your best friend leads the split from the Chantry. Just telling you, Duncan.
Our duty is to battle.
I love how you say elves first. It's almost as if
elves, humans,
you're talking about Fiona there. As if she was one of the best wardens you knew.
Some of our most honored wardens have been elves.
You mean like Fiona? Like how Fiona was one of your most honored wardens. Or should have been, if you guys didn't kick her out because she was fucking cured.
They do not distinguish between the races, and neither should we. Has being an elf in the circle been difficult?
You should know it has been. Fiona told you about being an elf in the circle. It was shit.
It is hard to change perceptions. I've tried to reason with many, and failed. If one has always seen elves as less than human, it's hard to imagine them as something else.
I know for a fact you're speaking from experience there, considering your conversation with Fiona.
Let that discourage you. Let it temper you and make you stronger.
Since you're clearly talking about Fiona here, why don't you call her by name?
Of course, but I am no mage. Mages heal. They can call fire and ice down upon the enemy, and so much more. I sometimes wonder if the Chantry's many laws regarding magic are necessary. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes decades for the world to recover from a blight. I wish the Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat the Darkspawn. Listen to me. An old man's rantings can't be very interesting.
All of that's clearly about Fiona. Why aren't you calling her by name, Duncan? You're clearly talking about Fiona there. Call her by name. Like the abomination thing, that's clearly about the fact that Fiona became an abomination and came back. Call her by name. Talk about your bestie. By name.
Once, in my youth, just after I joined the Grey Wardens, I was traveling with my mentor.
Your mentor? Are you talking about Genevieve? Are you talking about Genevieve? Are you still calling her your mentor? What the fuck, Duncan? Genevieve was terrible.
Templars to turn on their fellows.